What is going on, guys? It's your boy K-Cross here, back on the video today, and I don't know when you're going to see this. I think it should be Thanksgiving. I'm recording on the day of Tuesday, the same day that I recorded the last video. Like I said, you're not going to get a ton of videos from me, so I guess we'll just deal with it, I guess, for a week or two, or maybe a month. I don't know how long everything's going to happen, but basically, I figured I'd go ahead and make a video so that way I had 2 uploads on this week instead of 1. And just try to get some content out. Now, first things first, I don't really know what this gameplay is. I don't remember it. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think I did great in it or anything, but I don't remember the gameplay, so I'm sorry about that if it's not good. But anyway, back to what I was going to talk about today, which was just kind of like my thoughts of what's going on, in the NFL. Just like honestly, a bunch of random topics, really. I never talk about anything consistently, but basically, I was just like, I haven't talked about the NFL in a while, and that was something that I said I wanted to do, on a weekly basis, like, just kind of cover that stuff, like, so I had something to talk about consistently. So, I figured I'd just drop in and say something. I wasn't going to get Madden gameplay for this either, so I was just like, whatever, I'll go ahead and, use some Call of Duty gameplay. I don't really know what it is, but, basically, by the time you're watching this, it should be Thanksgiving, which, isn't a big deal. The Thanksgiving games are, like, there's one game that I'm looking forward to. The NFC East, I think, game is the Cowboys and the, Eagles or whatever. That game I'll look forward to for sure. I think it'll be probably the only game that I'm looking forward to. Let me take a peep here real quick. Oh yeah, Ravens-Steelers game. That'll be a good game. I'm looking forward to that. However, I don't know if Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins will be able to be back in time for that game, which will really hurt Lamar Jackson because there'll be basically no run game to help the offense, which is kind of what they're obviously relying on right now is the run game. Could be a blessing in disguise, though. It could open up the door for passing the ball a lot more, and against a tough defense like the Steelers, if Lamar Jackson can get his ego and his swagger back, passing efficiently against one of the top-rated defenses in the league, then that might help the Ravens a lot. I still have not counted the Ravens out of the playoffs yet, or not really the playoffs. Obviously, I think they should be able to make it with the third wildcard spot being open, but I'm not counting them out of being a Super Bowl contending team yet, because I feel like all they have to do is just find their footing, and then they can pretty much be unstoppable. Realistically, they're really good against teams that are, maybe not that great, that just, don't have a great defense. I think they'll be fine. It's just a matter of, it doesn't take a very strong secondary to shut down the passing game with the Ravens, because they don't have very many receivers, honestly. Like, they just got Marquise Brown or Hollywood Brown, Willie Snead, he's alright. Boykin, he's alright, I guess. These are all iffy receivers. They're nice, I guess. Obviously Brown or Hollywood Brown's he's a good receiver. He's better than normal. He's better than average. But at the same time, he's not playing better than average right now. And they got Dez Bryant. He's looked promising in the last week. Maybe he'll be someone that shines on Thanksgiving. He was a Cowboy for a long time, so he's not new to these games. He's got these primetime Thanksgiving games down pat. But basically, I think Lamar Jackson has not had enough help from his receivers. You can complain about getting only 2 targets, but if you're never open and you don't catch the ball when it hits your hands, then you shouldn't get more than 2 targets. Come on, you got to be better than that. It's not on Lamar Jackson. It's not his fault that his receivers are playing like garbage. And, obviously Mark Andrews is probably the only consistent guy right now, and Boyle is out on injury reserve, but, it's still, inexcusable to have that bad of a receiving core. They have to have something. They should have really made the leap for DeAndre Hopkins. However, I don't think anybody knew that trade was going to happen, so I really can't say that. I don't think anybody in the right mind thought the Texans were going to give up DeAndre Hopkins for basically nothing. Obviously, I don't want to say basically nothing and discredit, the dude that went to the Texans. Can't remember his name. I think was it Johnson or something. He actually used to be a really good running back. I know this for sure. I remember when he played, and I remember seeing him run over a few teams, but I can't remember his name for the life of me. So I'm not trying to be mean or discredit him as a player, but DeAndre Hopkins is generational wide receiver. He is something special. You can't just discredit that. So It is what it is, but I feel like, if they would have got someone like that, that's a reliable target for Lamar Jackson, and lets Hollywood Brown get open more often by taking the double teams off of him and whatnot, then, obviously they would have a better passing game. I don't think it's a problem of Lamar Jackson. I think it's a problem of the Ravens. I think it's a problem with the coaching in the Ravens. I think, first of all, the offensive coordinator needs to dial up better plays that work better for Lamar Jackson, because they're doing things that just don't make a lot of sense right now. If I'm going to be honest with you, they're not, they're just not doing things that I like. They're not doing things that I think work for that offense. I just feel like watching it, like, you feel like the offense is, first of all, predictable, obviously, but second of all, it just feels very, like, I don't know, very calm and reserved. But then all of a sudden, like, there'll just be something that's so out of ordinary, like some pass that just doesn't make any sense, or some, route, like people are running super complex routes that make no sense, or things like that. It's just such a weird offense. I feel like the scheme doesn't work very well. But anyway, that's just my opinion on the Ravens, that is, and Lamar Jackson. Obviously, I like Lamar Jackson a lot. He was one of my favorite players coming into the draft. I didn't expect him to blow up and be as good as he was, but I did expect him to have a long and good career. And I do believe that he is a good quarterback. I think he just needs the people around him to, obviously work with him. And I think, he's going to work to improve himself. He's not one of those people that gets a paycheck and then, gets comfortable and sits back. He's honestly still on his rookie contract, so I don't think it really matters. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to let things like that slip away. He is a person that wants to win. He's not a person that just wants to be around there. So anyway, I'm not counting them out yet. But for those games, I would be surprised if the Ravens can pull it off. So I'm just gonna have to take the Steelers on this one, which is unfortunate, because the Steelers honestly are looking like they might be able to go undefeated. Obviously, they have to play the Colts, and that'll be a tough game for them, and they'll probably choke some other game just because people always do. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team, to be quite honest with you. I just think that they've had an easy schedule. And the Texans-Lions game, that'd be kind of boring. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Both teams are kind of weird. I'll take the Lions on that. I like the Lions for some reason. Like, I really don't like them, but, like, I like them. I don't know. It's weird. I think Matt Stafford's a fun quarterback to watch. I don't even know if he's playing. Dude, he got hurt or something, but I think he's playing through it, so we'll just have to see. Washington Cowboys game, that's the other one I said would be a good game because it's for the NFC East. I'd like to see Alex Smith do good. Dude, obviously everybody knows Alex Smith had that terrible injury, and he's obviously back in the league and everything and doing well, and I just like to see him doing well. I hope, the best for him, hope the best for that team, just because, they're going through a lot, apparently. Like, there's just a lot to figure out. The Cowboys too, though, but I just want to see Alex Smith do good, I guess. Andy Dalton has had his chances, and Alex Smith kind of got cut short. But yeah, then we go to the Sunday games. Titans, Colts. I'll take the Colts. Colts are my team, so I'm always going to pick them. Raiders, Falcons. Obviously the Raiders should win that, but the Falcons are a weird team. You never know, though. Sometimes they just go off. The Chargers, Bills will be a better game than I think people will rate it for, because the Chargers are always hanging in the game. I don't know why. They're always there at the end, it seems like. But the Bills are another team that's a sleeper team. Like, people just kind of forgot about them after that loss to Tennessee. I think, they're still a potential Super Bowl team, just depending on how Josh Allen performs in the playoffs and if they can get the run game stopped. The Giants and the Bengals, that'd be a decent game, I guess. I don't know who's back up for Joe Burrow, so we'll have to see. Obviously, I'm praying for a speedy recovery for Joe Burrow. You hate to see it happen to anybody, especially when he was playing so well and showed a lot of promise in the game. So hopefully he gets better soon and everything gets figured out and he can get back to 100% and be the quarterback that he was in his rookie season. Because he definitely had a campaign going for Rookie of the Year. So, yeah, I don't really know who I would pick in that. I guess I'll have to go with the Giants since they have a starting quarterback and they know who he is. Panthers and the Vikings. The Vikings are pretty hot. Panthers, obviously, I don't know if Teddy's starting or not. I think, that one dude, PJ Walker, I think is what his name is, from the XFL. Dude, I'm glad for him. He's having success and whatnot, but I don't think he's as good as Teddy Bridgewater. I remember he played on the Colts, and I watched him in preseason a few times. So he was alright. I just feel like, he definitely had some fine shaping left into him, and he could develop into a good quarterback. I would prefer Teddy over him. I feel like Teddy's a good quarterback. He's performed well in the playoffs before and in clutch moments. And it'd be a good game. I'd like to see that one. That would be a decent one. If Teddy's playing, that is. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to watch it if Walker was playing, I guess. But then it's the Cardinals-Patriots. I'll take the Cardinals. However, the Patriots have been not as bad looking here lately, I guess you could say. The Dolphins-Jets, obviously I'll take the Dolphins. Dolphins don't look that bad right now. Browns and the Jaguars. I'll take the Browns, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Jaguars randomly give them a run for their money because that's the Jaguars. Sometimes they do that. The Saints, Broncos, obviously, I don't know, I guess I'll have to take the Saints on this one. I think Taysom Hill played well. And I think Jameis Winston, I'd like to see him get a shot at that role just to see how he plays with a good offense around him. Good offensive line and play maybe more reserve play calls and throwing the ball deep every play. 49ers, Rams, I'll take the Rams, even though it's a pretty good game. The Chiefs and the Buccaneers, probably the game of the week for me. And I will take the Chiefs in that just because I feel like, you're not going to beat Patrick Mahomes in a shootout, and, that's ultimately what I feel like it's going to come down to, is Tom Brady's going to have to throw the ball deep and try to match the Chiefs. So then it's going to be the Bears and the Packers. I'll take the Packers. It's going to be the Seahawks and the Eagles on the Monday night game, and I'll take the Seahawks. I feel like that's a bad primetime game. I wish they would have put the Chiefs and the Buccaneers as a primetime game, but it is what it is, and those are my picks for the Week 12 matchups. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.